Hey guys, Sasabob here. Wait, hold on, something's not right. Just give me 1 second. Alright, that's much better. Hey guys, Sasabob here, and today we're going to be talking about conspiracy theories. Now, I'm usually a pretty skeptical person, but even I'm willing to admit that not all conspiracy theories are completely crazy. Like, there's definitely some weird stuff going on with that JFK assassination, right? And there's a good chance that Epstein didn't just unalive himself because he was in a silly, goofy mood. But there is one conspiracy theory that I do genuinely believe in, and I almost don't even want to say it because you guys are going to think I'm a complete crazy person. Now, I'm not saying that it is 100% a fact, but I am saying that there is a very plausible chance that Miley Cyrus and Hannah Montana are actually the same person. But Sasabob, they clearly have two different hair colors. They can't be the same person. Damn it, you don't think I already know that? God, whatever, let's just get into the video. By the way, if you didn't understand that Hannah Montana joke, then you're probably too young to be watching this video. At this point in my voyage across the vast expanse of internet content, all my social media feeds have pretty much devolved into complete brain rot. But like the true explorer I am, I persevere. And it's a good thing I did too, because I think I might have discovered a completely new genre of brain rot. Conspiracy brain rot.
Have you seen the theory about clocks?
No.
So when you look at a clock, it looks pretty normal. You never think anything of it. But what if I told you there's actually a really dark theory behind the idea of a clock?
What?
Oh boy, now you got me hooked. All you gotta do is reel me in, brother. Come on.
You go across the clock, across the way, you see like 11 and 1, it equals 12. 10 and 2 equals 12. 9 and 3 equals 12. 11 and 5 equals 12. And then 6 plus 6 equals 12. They all equal 12.
So according to this groundbreaking conspiracy theory, clocks use math to tell the time, I guess, and basic addition is also a thing that exists. But let's not jump to conclusions. There's more to this video, and I'm sure they're going somewhere with this.
So what's the theory?
You look at all the numbers, right? It's just weird how you go different formulations and they all equal the same.
That's actually kind of scary.
It is weird how everything, equals the same.
So my man's here is completely blown away by mathematical symmetry and basic addition. I just pray to God he never discovers multiplication because that might cause him to have a full existential crisis. Okay, I think you guys get the point I'm trying to prove here, but let's just look at one more for funsies, huh?
Yo, did you hear the Walmart theory?
No.
So, theory goes that Walmart has secret underground tunnels underneath every single store in the United States, allowing their wealthy owners to keep things private from their competitors.
Yeah, you mean like a basement? I'm like 90% sure what they're describing here is literally just a basement. You know, an underground place you might use for storage. My parents also have a basement, but that doesn't mean they're smuggling UFOs for the Illuminati. But then what? Wait, hold on. Just give me 1 second, guys. My mom's actually texting me right now. You better shut the fuck up unless you want to get Epsteined. That's a weird way to say I love you, but I don't know. Whatever. Like I was saying. But then watch as the rest of the conspiracy is literally just them describing a basement.
Came across a large door that read store owner, private, keep out. His curiosity got the better of him. He peeped through the door. He'd just seen a set of stairs leading down into a pit of darkness. He followed the creaky wooden stairs down a dark, cold corridor.
So obviously, this is all just AI-generated brain rot slop, not intended for human consumption. Speaking of AI, as far as the AI is going to kill all humans theory goes, considering this is all that it's capable of, I'd say we got plenty of time before we're crushed by the Terminators. But let's move on to some conspiracies that take more than 2 brain cells to understand. Let me ask you guys a question. Do you guys believe in reincarnation? Now, me personally, I really hope reincarnation isn't real. I can't imagine having to go through all this bullshit again. But according to the internet, reincarnation is real, and whenever a celebrity dies, instead of staying dead, they just simply reincarnate into a new celebrity. One of the funnier examples of this I found is the idea that Princess Diana was actually reincarnated into the BTS K-pop star Jungkook, which I really hope I'm pronouncing right.
Jungkook.
Okay, yeah, I was pretty close.
The conspiracy theory claiming that BTS maknae Jungkook is the incarnation of Princess Diana has started making rounds again.
But this theory actually has some surprising legs to stand on, like the fact that Jungkook was born just 24 hours after Diana died. They were both born on the 1st of the month, and by far the most compelling argument, they're both apparently afraid of microwaves?
Jungkook's fear of microwaves was also dragged into the theory. Jungkook has openly expressed that he is scared of microwaves. Diana was cooking for herself when she almost blew up the microwave and called the fire brigade. Army thinks this is the reason why Jungkook is scared of microwaves.
On a completely unrelated note, speaking of British people and microwaves, have you ever actually heard a British person pronounce microwave?
Still need a bit of milk, full fat, which I've warmed in the microwave.
I'm sorry, I just had to bring that up. That clip lives in my head completely rent-free. The microwave? However, I wouldn't put all your eggs in this particular conspiracy basket, as there's a million Princess Diana theories out there, like how she's actually this Australian boy, or how she's this girl, or how she's Sasabob. Wait, what was that last one?
What's up, TikTok? Have you guys heard the new and exciting conspiracy theory? It's that Sasabob is the reincarnation of Princess Diana. Princess Diana is known for disliking the British royalty, so it would only make sense for her to reincarnate as an American.
Guys, this is actually so crazy. I can't even believe this. I mean, as we all know, there is no such thing as misinformation on the internet, right? And the more I think about it, the more it makes sense. I mean, I love fish and chips and I have bad teeth. Guys, I'm British. But my unquestionable royal lineage isn't the end of our British body swapping saga, as just a couple of years ago, the internet was once again erupted in conspiracies following the death of Her Majesty, the Queen of England.
Didn't I see something on the internet that people were convinced
About my baby?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I did birth the reincarnation of Queen Elizabeth last year, I guess.
If you're not familiar with Trisha Paytas, she's basically one of those YouTubers where some people hate her, some people love her, some people love to hate her. You know, it's that kind of thing. But basically, what happened was Trisha tweeted out that she was very close to giving birth, and the very next day, the Queen died. So of course, the only logical conclusion is Trisha's given birth to the next Queen, right? So as far as I can tell, this was more of a meme than an actual conspiracy. Not to say it didn't have its fair share of believers, but for most part, it was just people shitposting on Twitter. When people speak of reincarnation, they're usually referring to it as it's described in Hindu philosophy. And according to the Hindus, where you end up being reincarnated ends up being based on your actions of your previous life, otherwise known as karma. So the Queen must have been up to some pretty diabolical shit if she now has to be raised by Trisha Paytas. Oh, another funny thing. Guess what Trisha ended up naming her reincarnated offspring? That's right, Malibu Barbie. That's so ridiculous. I mean, that's like naming your son Spider-Man. Wait, hold up. That actually might be kind of a fire idea. You know, probably just call him Spidey for short, right? And I mean, you could reuse the Spider-Man theme for his first, 10 birthday parties. Okay, you know what? I talked myself out of it. Spider-Man's a dope name. So we've covered some pretty crazy conspiracy theories thus far, and I think the only logical conclusion is, what kind of people actually believe this sort of stuff?
I'm a conspiracy theorist. Of course I believe in climate change. Not the greenhouse gas kind, but the stripes in the sky kind.
So I originally came across this lady while doom scrolling on TikTok, and oh my god, she has some of the funniest hot takes I've ever seen.
I'm a conspiracy theorist. Of course I think Taylor Swift is a clone and her music is used to control and manipulate the masses.
When you say Taylor Swift controls the masses, by the masses, do you really just mean white women ages 16 to 30?
I'm a conspiracy theorist. I live in America, the freest country in the world. But I know that freedom is an illusion.
Wow, that's deep. What kind of first-year philosophy major bullshit is this? Man, society isn't even real. Money doesn't actually have any value. It's all just an illusion.
I'm a conspiracy theorist. Of course I don't believe anything I've read in the history books, except for the part about major cities having devastating fires in the 1800s. Have you ever heard of Tartaria?
Actually, it's pronounced Terraria, and yes, I know, it's an excellent game.
In a world full of sheep, it's important to be a goat.
Now I'm just confused. What does Michael Jordan have to do with any of this? Okay, I apologize, because I've honestly just been riffing for the past, minute. But can you blame me? You can't just keep feeding me alley-oops and then expect me not to dunk that shit. Personally, I just have a hard time seeing the logic. I'm sorry, the US government isn't trying to poison you with chemtrails or make you infertile with GMOs. If anything, you think it'd be in the government's best interest to keep its citizens healthy so, they can keep working and paying taxes. But apparently, I'm not the only one who thinks what she's saying is wrong, because even major news organizations have called her out on her BS.
In case you thought my battle with Big Pharma was over, it's not. This time, another article by People magazine just came out claiming that I am spreading dangerous misinformation by saying sunscreen causes cancer.
Yeah, no, I hear ya. That sunscreen's got some nasty chemicals in it that might give you cancer. But you know what will ironically also give you cancer? Not wearing sunscreen. But apparently it's not only just sunscreen. She doesn't believe in using a whole bunch of other stuff. Oh shit, look, she's afraid of microwaves. You know what that means, guys. Welcome back, Princess Diana. But I have my own conspiracy theory. I don't think she actually believes half the shit she's saying. Let me explain. From a purely content creator perspective, try to look at it like this. Let's say you run a small TikTok account that posts like cute animal videos, for example. And one day you post a video of a hedgehog and it just blows up out of nowhere. And so now you keep posting videos of hedgehogs because that's what you know the audience and the algorithm wants. So suddenly, even if you don't particularly like hedgehogs, your whole account is now just a hedgehog account because that's what gets views. And I think a lot of creators fall for this trap where they become who the algorithm wants them to be, in a sense. I don't know if this rant is making any sense, but I hope you guys can see where I'm going with this. Nah, but I'm sure she isn't just playing into the conspiracy theory persona for monetary gain, right? Oh, what's this? Her TikTok account links to her store that sells organic skin creams to the people who she just conveniently convinced sunscreen is poison to? Huh, that's weird. That's strange. That's kind of a coincidence, huh? But I don't just want to end this video with fake crazy people. I want the real deal.
Supposed to take this.
What is that?
And
pure body extract.
And there's another one.
Advanced daily cellular detox. What's in this? Oh boy. I
and this too.
You guys might remember Terrence Howard from his notable roles in the first Iron Man movie, Empire, the first Iron Man movie. But basically, Terrence Howard went on the Joe Rogan podcast a couple months ago, and it's just 3 hours of him saying the most unhinged shit while Joe Rogan sits there being like, damn, bro, that's crazy.
My first memory was almost like when you're dreaming and you're falling, and you hit the bottom and you wake up.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first memory, but I didn't wake up here. I was inside my mother's womb.
Guys, I want to emphasize that this is literally less than a minute into the video, and he's already saying that he remembers being in his mother's womb. The reason this is relevant is because Terrence's whole deal is that he believes in this conspiracy that the government, the church, and other shadowy organizations are trying to hide the real mass to the universe and that gravity isn't real.
And they invented straight lines.
Why did they do that?
Because they believed that the world was flat. They believed the world was flat at the time. And the church promoted.
So according to Terrence, the church invented the straight line because they thought the earth was flat. But I guess they would have to invent the straight line, considering their logo is literally just two perpendicular straight lines intersecting. But if straight lines don't exist, then what? Does Terrence just believe that Jesus was crucified in a couple floppy pool noodles or something? I mean, even as a theoretical concept, if you plot 2 points on a graph, you can always draw a perfect straight line between them. Frankly, I don't really feel like sitting here and debunking all of his fake math theories because there's more smarter and qualified people who've already done this. Neil deGrasse Tyson has a great video breaking this all down, or if you really hate yourself and you have 3 hours to kill, you can go ahead and watch the full podcast. But I feel like it's these kinds of people who you can't even debate if you wanted to, because once you start arguing over concepts like are straight lines real, at that point you're already living in two completely different realities. I just wanted to show you guys these clips so that you can see what it looks like when someone falls down one of these conspiracy rabbit holes. It's sometimes hard to watch. It kind of reminds me of this clip from an old Andrew Callahan video.
Clinton and Obama, they are Satan worshipers, Satanists. They're Satan worshipers, 100%. And I couldn't wait to tell my family. And they just go, they just said, you're crazy.
How does that make you feel?
Sad, I cry all the time.
And listen, I'm not trying to say don't believe in any conspiracies, because, the government is usually up to some shady shit, and if the universe is truly infinite, then mathematically, there's bound to be aliens out there somewhere, right? But next time you hear a conspiracy theory that sounds like it was made up by a stoned high schooler, just maybe take it with a grain of salt. Except for the very real conspiracy theory that the lizard people are trying to use their mind control rays to mind control you. But don't worry, there is a way to prevent this. All you gotta do is go ahead and hit that like button and it'll make you completely immune to their influence. Or, while you're down there, you might as well just hit that subscribe button. Just make sure all your bases are covered and make sure you're being totally safe, right? But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.